Swedish meatballs has always been one of my favorite foods. And even though I've had them like a million times, I've actually never made them myself until today. What's up everybody? I'm here with my friend D once again, and today we are going to be making some Swedish meatballs. This is probably one of my favorite Swedish meals, and it is an all-time classic. I even had Swedish meatballs before I even came to Sweden. I was eating that stuff at IKEA long before I knew anything about Sweden. So this is like what Swedes are known for, is their meatballs. So I've never done this on the channel before. I've always wanted to do some cooking. I've got Dee here with me who is Swedish, and she knows how to make some good meatballs. So in today's video, we're gonna show you guys how to do it. And it's pretty simple actually. What you need is some potatoes. If you wanna eat it the traditional way. We've got some ground beef here. The ingredients we need for the brown sauce with some havre milk. And then of course you're gonna do the onions with the meat. And then one thing that they do here in Sweden is they put the lingonsylt on there. This is really good because we do not put like jelly sorts of things on meat in America for the most part. That's a very Swedish thing, and I think it's very tasty. Yeah. And then what's the deal with it? I've never done this before.
So saltgurka, it's delicious. I mean, the savory kind of taste with the sweet and the meat and the potato is.
Because I've actually never had this with pickles before, but I guess it makes sense because you eat hamburgers with pickles on them.
There you go, yeah.
So this is like the stereotypical Swedish meal. We're going to show you how to make it.
From scratch.
From scratch. Yeah. You can just buy meatballs at the store, but we're trying to keep it real on this channel. We're trying to show people how to make it. So you want to give us a quick rundown of the steps?
Right. So the first things first, you need to boil your water and put tons and tons of salt. In Sweden, we actually keep the peel.
Yeah.
The
peel.
The peel. We keep the peel because all the nutrients are in there. Do you do that in the States?
It just depends on what you're making, but I'd say most times we probably peel it. But like French fries and stuff, you see sometimes like the rustic French fries will still have the peel on, or roasted potatoes. Just depends what you're doing. Yeah.
So you boil the water, salt it, make sure that it's super salty. You put these in. Meanwhile, you're cutting the onions.
Yes, trying not to cry at the same time.
Chop it.
Try not to cry challenge.
So cute. And then after that, you mix the onions with the meat, with the salt and pepper and all the juicy spices that you need. And then last but not least, you make the sauce. And then you put it all together and you feast.
And that's what I'm looking forward to because I'm super hungry.
Same.
So, without further ado, let's get into this cooking.
Boom. Let's.
Once you got the onions all prepped, it's time to get the meat stuff going. And I bought an entire kilogram of ground beef, so you can tell I'm pretty hungry. You can also make meatballs with vegetarian meat in Sweden. They have the vegetarian fars, like Vigo, like fake meat, and it's actually not too bad.
It's actually quite delicious.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, throw it in there. Ooh.
Oh, I can't touch meat.
You can't touch meat.
I don't know. I used to be a vegan for the longest time.
Oh, you used to be a vegan?
Yeah. So for me, it's still really rough to see meat.
Why did you switch away from veganism?
Well, long process of my body not being able to cope.
Was it not enough vitamin B12 or not enough?
Yeah, B12 deficiency. I was 86. Normal like B12 should be around 380 to 420. So it was really low.
So were you taking supplements and stuff?
100%. After the first time, I did. I was gnarly about getting enough. So I was like counting and eating and prepping. Yeah. But still, not enough.
Wow.
I know.
Everybody's body's different, and I feel like everybody needs a different diet. Everybody's optimal diet is a little bit different.
100%.
And for me, it's like I just want to eat what's going to be the most healthy. Yeah. I think there's a lot of great things about veganism. Like they say it's better for the environment.
Oh, it's definitely better.
And they say that it does actually have a lot of health benefits as well. Yeah. So it's interesting. I also love the taste of meat.
Well, nowadays there's so many options that you could feel the taste of meat. You don't even know if you're eating meat or if you're eating like oomph.
Yeah.
Which is
In Sweden, they have a lot of good vegetarian substitutes and options, which I think makes it easier for people in this country that do want to eat vegetarian or vegan.
Yeah.
And I think in the U.S. it's possible, but I think it's a lot more expensive and a lot more difficult.
Yeah.
You have to go to the right places and
search for it, really.
Yeah.
Let me show you how much for 1 kilo of meat. Take this much salt and taste it. If you need more, you always put more. And this is white pepper. Also organic. There we go. A little bit of that. Black pepper. Dun 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 dun.
There you go. That's looking good.
And then a little bit of like all seasoning kind of deliciousness.
All right.
And then the onion, and then you mix it.
All right.
With your hands.
With your hands. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna be doing that part. All right. So now we've got the onions all prepped up. Oh, all right. I'm gonna put that in there like so. So another important thing with the meatballs, to get everything to like stick together, you gotta have a couple of eggs. So we've got 2 eggs because we've got a kilogram of beef. Whoa. Woo. And it's a little hard to crack with the plastic bowl, but that is an important part of getting all of this to stick together. And we're just gonna mix it up with the hands. So once you got everything mixed up nice and well, you wanna roll the meat into a little ball like this. And then you just start.
That's a nice ball, Stefan.
And you just kind of go from there. Keep in mind, the smaller the meatballs you make, the faster they're gonna cook. But we also have a ton of meat here. So we're probably gonna do the lagom size.
Lagom size.
So Italian meatballs are a little bit bigger traditionally than Swedish meatballs, right?
Yeah.
So Swedish meatballs are usually smaller, Italian meatballs are bigger. Did I tell you about the time that I had a girl come to my house and make me meatballs?
Is that
What?
is that sexual? Is that actual thing that happened?
It was an actual thing.
Okay, yeah. No, you've never told me this. Do tell.
There was a girl who slid into my DMs.
You and your bloody DMs. Wow. Okay.
So I was doing one of those stories of like my favorite things about Sweden and stuff, and like people were asking me questions.
Yeah.
That's what it was. People were asking me questions, and one of the questions was, "What's your favorite Swedish food?" And I said the meatballs. Obviously, that's my favorite. And then I had a girl come into my DMs and say, "Hey, I make the best Swedish meatballs."
Oh, when you say stuff like that, you gotta back it up.
Yeah, I was like, damn, free meatballs? And she says they're good, so I was like, all right.
She didn't say they were good.
She said the best.
The best.
But she didn't tell me until she came over that she was actually vegan. So the best Swedish meatballs didn't even have meat. So I felt like I got catfished on this meatball thing.
Meatballs?
Yeah.
That's
Got catfished by the best meatballs. But we still had a good time. We still enjoyed the vegan meatballs. But
were they any good?
they weren't bad. All right, guys, time for the moment of truth. We've put in all this work. I hope it's not for nothing. It looks very good.
Delicious.
Oh, all right.
What are you gonna do? Are you gonna do like do you do combinations of everything?
Yeah, well,
Or
yeah,
do
you
you
gotta
like-
do a little bit of everything in
Right.
one bite. So
So
we'll
a
do
little bit of sauce.
little sauce, little lingon,
Lingon.
little
Lingonsylt.
little meat in there.
A little sauce.
Oh, it's kind of hard to get everything.
I know, right? It's a huge bite. Look at this.
Oh, dude, you're a pro. Everything's falling apart for me. All right, we're
Look
just
at
gonna
that.
go for it.
All right, 3,
2,
2, 1.
1. It's a very good combination of flavors. I've never had it with the pickle before either.
It's good, right?
Yeah, very good. All right, guys, so with that being said, that is how you make traditional Swedish meatballs
From scratch.
from scratch. I hope you guys enjoyed following us along. This was a lot of fun. I wish you guys could taste this for yourselves, but now you know how to make it because we showed you how to do it. So, boom. That's right. But with that being said, big shout out to Dee for helping me out making these meatballs. These were awesome. We're going to make a video where we taste some beers from around all different parts of the world. on her channel because she's becoming a world traveler, and we are gonna be seeing what's good out there. So I will be linking that down below in the description of this video. But with that being said, guys, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
And peace out. We'll see you in the next one.
Shoot.